Big crowd here. Cowboys.
Thank you for joining us today. It's fun to have you here.
Look at this. This is awesome.
We do. We always need that. Definitely. Exactly. Glad you guys are joining us.
We're all used to being riders. We're all used to being riders. We're road trippers. The thing is, I'm going to need a ladder.
This is... Yep. This is awesome.
I just went right to that white belt.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Appreciate everybody taking time out of their day to come and witness the reveal of this truck with us, LKQ and Make-A-Wish. You know what? I'm going to move these here. Uh-oh. They're going to fly away if I let them go. I just can't see anybody. Okay, now that I can see everybody. I want to again thank everybody for coming out, taking time out of their day, and I want to thank everybody that was involved in this long journey. You know, it was really a great thing to be involved in, and just to see the outpouring of our community and the outpouring of all the businesses and vendors that we work with, as well as getting the great opportunity to work with Make-A-Wish, and what a wonderful group of people they are, and how they really kind of just stepped up and helped us in this process. So I'm Matt Davis. I'm the plant manager of Northern California. I've had the privilege to be the plant manager here since 2010. I've actually been working at this location since, well, so long I can't even remember. I was a kid when I started, but for about the last 12 years I've been here. I started here as a part checker and kind of worked my way up through the ranks to become plant manager, and got the very awesome opportunity to be mentored by the former plant manager, who's our vice president now, Randy Wittig, and he's I'm unfortunately in meetings in Sacramento today, and said to send his best wishes, and he wishes he could be here. He's seen the truck. He's very excited. It's very cool. It's definitely something that he would drive, as many of us know. So I'd like to introduce some of the people that we have with us today. We have Bill Chappelle from the Shasta County Supervisors of District 4. If I could ask him to come up front. He hasn't made it yet? Okay, well, we'll swing back around. Politicians are late sometimes. All right. Well, we've got Brenda Hines, the field representative for Congressman Doug LaMalfa. If I could get her to come up. I've had the privilege of meeting Senator or Congressman LaMalfa in Sacramento through our trade association. He's a great man, great Northern California man, and we're really happy to have him represented here today. So,
well, thank you very much. I am here representing the Congressman who's in Washington, D.C. this morning and not able to be here, but he did write a personal note to Seth, and so we figured out if he wrote the note and scanned it and then emailed it to me, I could print it out here, put it in a folder, which I did. So he's on his way home. He'll be on his way home this afternoon. Bring me the original, and I'll swap this out so he'll have an original in here.
Amen.
But I could read the note that he wrote. He says, "Dear Seth, we are truly blessed to live in this community with so many people that show so much love and generosity." Boy, that is the truth. I'm sure it must be very uplifting to you to know that so many love and care for you. My best wishes to you, and may God's blessings be upon you. Sincerely, Doug LaMalfa.
Thank you very much. And then we also have Catherine Bird, field representative for the California Senator Ted Gaines, here with us.
Good morning. Senator Gaines wishes he could be here today, but he did send his best wishes and his support. He also sent me with a few certificates of recognition to hand out today. The first one is for LKQ. It says, presented to LKQ Auto Parts of Northern California, in honor of your generosity and selflessness in making a dream come true for Make-A-Wish recipient Seth Fairchild. And the second one is for Seth. It says, presented to Seth Fairchild, in honor of your strength and courage, you are an inspiration. Thank you very much.
Okay, and then we have some out-of-town guests from Patterson. Oh, who did I miss? Okay, sorry about that. Jumbled the order up here.
Oh, Bill's here now.
Can you guys tell we don't do this that often? If you want to buy a car part, we got this handled, okay? If you want a presentation, we might not be top on your list.
You're doing
Okay,
great.
so we have Bill Chappelle from the Shasta County Supervisor's District 4 office. Okay, so next I'd like to call up Nadine Bailey. She's with the District Field Office for the California Assemblyman Brian Daly.
Assemblyman Daly is sorry he couldn't be here today, but he said, I am honored to acknowledge LKQ's generosity and determination for making a dream come true for Make-A-Wish recipient Seth Fairchild. So that's for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Seth, he also wanted to honor and acknowledge your courage, your strength, and may your future be filled with health and happiness. And I think there was a little envy on the truck as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave Muir's here also from Senator Gaines' office.
Dave, do you want to come up and say a word? Okay. Okay. So, out of order now. We're in order now, I hope. We've got some out-of-town guests from the city of Patterson, from Patterson High School. I know they kind of know Seth quite a lot better than I'm sure a lot of us do. I'd like to welcome David Guzman and Tony Lamelli. They'd like to come up and say a few words.
Hello, everybody. I didn't know I was going to have to speak, but all right. The things that you've talked about Seth are pretty much rounds it up. I can tell you that they're all true when it comes from the education standpoint. If you look at Seth, you look at his demeanor, that's the same person you've seen every day from his freshman year on to this year. Regardless of the pain he went through, regardless of the struggles he went through the entire time, he's always the same person. He's been an inspiration to not only our staff, but to our students and our community at Patterson High School, which was evident through the fundraiser we ran for him, where we had thousands of people not only buy tickets, but volunteer in his behalf. Not to mention the rest of the family, they've all been really great, and I have nothing but good things to say about Seth. There's never been a negative thing to say about him. And his name has become kind of a household name in Patterson over the last couple of years because of his ability to fight and continue to survive. So I appreciate everything you've done for us as a staff and how you've inspired all of us, especially our students. Thank you.
Amen.
Thanks, guys. And thanks for making the trip. We really appreciate it. Also have a representative here with the Reading Patriot Guard. If you can see back here, these guys on these cool motorcycles, they do a lot of really cool things in our community for the veterans. And I'd like to ask Jeff Nelson to come up. He has something that they'd like to present to Seth.
Nobody said I was supposed to do this, so I didn't wear my fancy clothes, but yeah, some people claim my mother dresses me funny, but it's not her fault. Somewhere in one of these pockets I have a coin, but did I give it to you? I'll find it and I'll get it to you. It's pretty cool. Real cool. It's more than a coin. It's worth like millions of dollars. So anyway, get well, dude. Okay?
Amen.
Okay, now's my favorite part. Is I'd like to first talk about how we got involved in this. I got a call, I believe, about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, from Robert, Seth's dad. And just, I get hundreds of phone calls a week, and he asked me, he introduced himself, and he told me that he had got my name from, I believe, an insurance adjuster or an insurance agent, and that they were looking for an engine. And I get these calls all the time, right? It's not a big deal. People call me directly for parts, and I'm not as good as a salesman as probably a lot of the guys that work for me, but when I get them, I take care of them. And so Robert and I started talking about what he was looking for, and he's asking me about a 97 Dodge Cummins motor, which is something we do every day. And then he kind of began to tell me what he was doing. And he told me Seth's story, and that, you know, they had been working with Make-A-Wish to get his dream truck refurbished, and that Make-A-Wish kind of had some limitations in their ability to provide Seth with what he wanted, because quite frankly, Seth had a really cool wish, It's such a cool wish, it got me excited about it. I'm a Ford guy who just recently bought a Dodge truck because of the Cummins motor, and his dream was to take a Ford F-350 and put a Dodge Cummins motor in it, which those of you that know cars, that's like the marriage of the two best things in the world. And so I told Robert that I would look for a motor, and that and all of the things that he would need to do the conversion. And so we started looking into this, and I had a crazy idea, like I do all the time. A lot of the guys that work for me, I'm an idea guy, and I come out and say, hey, I got this crazy idea, guys. And I think half of them shrug their eyes at me thinking, oh, great, here's another one of Matt's plans again. They work out most of the time, I think. But anyway, I asked my shop foreman, I said, what if we did this for him? I said, I think this project is way above and beyond the scope of Robert and Seth's knowledge. No offense, guys. No offense. And I knew that they were going to be doing it in the driveway of their house, right? And this was no small task for us. This would have been years in the making for them, I believe, even if they had everything that they had. But so I called Robert back and said, listen, I and my team would like to do this for you. And you know, he obviously jumped on the opportunity. He's very moved, thanked us, and then he began to share with me more about Seth's story. And you know, as a father and a new recent father, to have a child going through something like this and not having any control, and to try to provide whatever your child asks for, you know, not knowing the outcome. I know as a father I would do the same thing. And so we made arrangements to get down to Patterson. I sent one of our car haulers to Patterson to pick up the truck, and the truck got back. And I think my shop foreman looked at me like, what the hell did you get me into? Right? Seth wanted a diesel truck. He wanted a four-wheel drive truck. We got a gas truck that was two-wheel drive. And Robert and Seth had been working on it, and it had a lot of issues, a lot of fuel issues, a lot of dry rot issues. I mean, it had issues, right? Amen. But Robert was trying to do the best thing he could for his boy. And the more we started talking and looking at it, we realized that the amount of work to be done to make this truck what Seth wanted, it could be done. But we wanted to do this in a quick time frame. My optimistic thinking, I think I told Robert in the beginning, well, we'll have this done in 30 days. And again, the team was looking at me like, are you out of your mind? So what we did is, unfortunately, one of our teammates who's not here today, he went home sick. I went to him and I said, Don, you need to find me a diesel truck. And I don't really care about the condition of the motor or the drivetrain, but the body's got to be in decent shape. And he found the truck in Klamath, California on Craigslist, and we went and purchased it. And we brought it back, and then I think my shop foreman and I looked at Don and said, oh man, what the hell did you get us into? The truck was not as clean as what we had wanted it, but the bones were there. So in true fashion, like Dave, my shop foreman, does, he